Just making my way up to the Norfolk coastline, come across this. Doesn't really get much more Norfolk than that really. And you've also got the Ballion pub just along here, just by the side of this.
But I suppose they'll do that, won't they, as well? Thank you very much. We're not the ones going around with no shoes on. No.
Well, if you haven't guessed already, this is Caister on Sea, Norfolk, just to the north of Great Yarmouth. Just having a look at these. On the night of November 13th, 1901, the lifeboat Bure Champ overturned in a storm. 9 lifeboat men were lost. Caister men never turned back. There's the names of the 9 chaps who didn't come back. I'll tell you what, I better be horrified seeing what the RNLI get up to these days with the migrants and all that.
Sometimes when you have like a easterly or northerly wind blowing, it strips some of the sand.
It's inside the museum. Where's the information on this guy? I don't think there is any. Unless it's meant to be John Woodhouse, founder of Caister. Bloody hell, their life like. Like nearby Suffolk, which is mainly shingles. There, wait. On the beaches, it's mainly all sand in Norfolk. Must have seemed like a paradise landing here when the Vikings got here. There, mate. Yeah, quite a busy day considering. It's nice as well because it's not heaving with tourists like some places would be. Yeah, so I think that's about it really. We'll go and have a look around the town, but don't want to push me luck here, obviously with kids and a camera, so. Believe it or not, I've actually put the lifeboats in here with a cafe, which I think is a brilliant idea. As ever, I've been to Caister before. We're talking probably 2019, I think it was, so it's kind of going over familiar ground. There's a nice little memorial there to the lifeboat man in the graveyard. Got a St George flying on top of that church there, it's good to see. They are quite a patriotic bunch in Norfolk. Each county in England is a bit like a country really. August is quite an interesting month. You can really tell the seasons. I mean, bloody hell, look at that green and autumn. Well, it's like summer and autumn side by side. You can tell the summer's starting to come to an end. Give it another month or two. Obviously autumn will start kicking in end of next month. This is around to the War Memorial. Obviously this time it's for VJ Day, Victory in Japan Day, 80th anniversary. Obviously the atomic bomb. Personally, I find it a little bit in bad taste almost. Think how many people died, obviously horrifically in the atomic bombing. So, funny feelings about celebrating it really. Bramford's Hotel and restaurant over there. And this will take you down to the town centre. This is aged well. Still got the red, white and blue paint on there. Jimmy Savile's mate. Over 2 years ago already that now. And obviously the Queen passing away September 22. So yet again, time flies, eh? And Caister on Sea, you've got the lifeboat man there, and then that's to do with the Romans. Caister being a word for castle in the Roman times. And you've got the usual poison on this stretch, vapes, Turkish barbers on the end, all the usual sort of stuff. This is a nice looking pub though. The gate, got a load of St George's on the front as well. And moving along to Council House, Turkish barbers, they always have like someone stagging on outside, don't they? Keeping an eye out. Makes you wonder. Third ambulance I think I've seen today. The old Safe and Effective Club. Locals, if there is any locals watching this, or anyone who's familiar with the area, did there used to be a windmill in this field around here about 6 years ago? It's a nice addition they've made here. Benny Reed, Coxswain, 1981 to 1991. It's only 10 years old, isn't it? Bloody hell. I think this will probably be one of the last shots I get today of Caister Community Social Club. Got the lifeboats painted on there and that. And this will be the last shot for Caister, I think. The lodge got a nice look to it. And then that's about it. Nice little village. The Roman fort, built around AD 200. Originally on a small island as a Roman army and naval base, it protected the estuary of the rivers Yare, Bure and Waveney, an important trade and strategic route leading inland. The fort was occupied until AD 390. It's really, this is just pretty much identical to Wall over in Staffordshire, so I'll have a quick look around there. Self-explanatory. Winterton on Sea, just across from California. Yeah, there's a place called California that I've just been to, but a lot of kids around, so I decided not to too much filming. There you got the boat, Winterton on Sea, and then that church is massive for quite a small village as well. Good old ship here. It's a Wednesday, so it's closed today. Village, got these thatched cottages just over here, very idyllic looking. Fisherman's Crescent this is. Fisherman's Return. I'm just on the way down to the lighthouse at the minute. I think that's more of like a Dutch cottage, that one, like the one you find on Canvey Island.
Which one?
King's Corner, named after Ivan King, village man who cared about his village. What a sort of barren looking landscape really, but yeah, oh that's worth seeing. Look at that, the old roundhouse up there. Got a lighthouse at the top. There we are, looking out to the sea. A couple of chalets over that way. And then this obviously inland. That's west. It's a bit of a funny coastline, Norfolk. I'm on the east side of the coastline at the minute. Then it goes north and then back round to west. Straight off the dinghies. Only joking. Obviously he's probably settled in this country long ago. He's probably got an English girlfriend and all that down there somewhere. And there's the beach anyway. Apparently there's loads of seals on here. They used to be down at Horsey and they moved down to Winterton, but can't see any at the minute. Just dawned on me a second ago that Well, I think the lifestyle I'm living now, like this time yesterday I was sat in some chaotic area of London on the opposite end of Waterloo Bridge, watching the absolute chaos of people leaving work for the day. 24 hours later, this is it. Total opposite. Norfolk coastline. Quite lucky in some, well, in a lot of ways really, to live this nomadic lifestyle. Another beautiful place. This is West Somerton I've just come across. So picture postcard looking into it. So west is over that way, so this will be north, so northwest looking. As I say, it's a funny coastline, it kind of goes in an arc, Norfolk does. So coastline that way, coastline eventually will be over that way as well. And even got a windmill over that way as well. And this is across to Horsey. I'll be round to have a look at the windmill in a second, but this garden's just caught my attention first. Look at that. Through the reeds. It's like a load of middle class baby boomers over that way, but all adds to the effect. Nice thatched cottage here is the toilet. A bit like Alton Broad really. It's funny how your memory deceives you at times, or maybe it hasn't. I don't know, I seem to remember like a large mere or a lake or something around here. There is a mere on the map, but I don't know. Looks like there's a lot of building going on around the windmill. Hopefully not putting more houses on there, but you never know, do you? So this is on to Horsey Beach. Apparently there's seals often to be found around here. Someone I was speaking to a minute ago says they've seen a baby one on there, so see how the look is when I get down there. So there's the top of a seal's head there looking up. There's one over this way that keeps breaching this area. Got him. This is across to Happisburgh, or I spelt more like Happisburgh, and I think it's meant to be falling into the sea, like natural erosion. So that's the lighthouse obviously you're looking at there. I don't know if they're planning to build on it or what, maybe. Yeah, so St Mary's Church Room. I'll make a good angle with them Union flags. Happisburgh Village Shop. It's a different world here, isn't it? What have we got here then? That must be a Viking. Don't know, a nun or a Saxon lady. It was certainly fond of big churches back in the day around Norfolk. I suppose with the ground being flat, they're a good way of kind of dominating and showing each other's villages as like landmarks almost. You can see one just around here, chimney. I mean, that's a church there, and it has to be commented on. It's one of them silvery skies today. It's quite ironic really, the weather report has it down as clear blue skies, but sadly not enough people look up and realise these are almost like artificial skies caused by the shit the planes are spraying, or all the stuff that the planes are spraying, but not enough people really notice it, unfortunately. So a little bit of history here in the graveyard. 16th of March 1801, HMS Invincible was wrecked off Happisburgh when on her way to join a fleet with Admiral Nelson at Copenhagen. The day following, the ship sank with a loss of some 400 lives. 119 members of the ship's company lie buried here. And this is the pub in the town village as well, the Hill House Inn. Yeah, it's been a lovely little evening. Just got to go and find somewhere to stay now, but this angle is quite nice as well, the way it kind of leads you right up like that to the pub. This says a lot really. I was just coming down this road here to have a look down, and then obviously my car's in the middle and this is how close this house is, so the speed at which obviously the coast is eroding is kind of evident there really. I mean, that's what 15 metres I reckon, well less, I'd say it was 10 metres to the start of that house, you know, depending on the speed it's eroding as well. You know, the cliff, this wasn't here last time I was here, 6 years ago as well. Entirely sure what the writing means, why Mundlesea and Cromer but not Happisburgh. Maybe it's because them places are getting defences but Happisburgh's been ignored. I'm only going off speculation there, but I reckon that could be what that means. So there's a public meeting to provide an opportunity to discuss the possible proposals to exhume bodies from Happisburgh churchyard when coastal erosion is allowed to threaten the church and churchyard, held on the 8th of August. But apparently these buildings are due to be demolished soon. God, that must be devastating. Imagine if you paid off your mortgage and then that happens. But yeah, you can see the erosion there. Right, that's sunset. It's obviously now I need to go and find somewhere to sleep. Just waiting for the lights.